Can we keep it down in the front row, please? Please. Good evening. I'm so happy to welcome all of you here tonight as part of Davenport's annual homecoming festivities. It's an exciting time for Davenport, and we hope tonight is a wonderful time of networking and bonding over shared DU history, and celebrate the accomplishments of our outstanding Alumni Award recipients. As Executive Director of Alumni and Development, it's thrilling for me personally to be able to recognize Davenport graduates in this way and to spend time with all of you. Over the last decade, I've had the privilege of seeing firsthand the significant impact that Davenport education has made on so many alumni. With more than 56,000 alumni across the United States, it's clear what a powerful footprint we're making on the world. A special event like this gives us all an opportunity to be inspired once again to continue working hard to make today's students tomorrow's success stories. This year's honorees are exceptional individuals, and I'm proud to be part of the ceremony honoring them. They are all wonderful examples of a true Davenport success. It's now my pleasure to introduce Ken Fortier, Vice Chair of the Alumni Board of Directors.
Well, good evening again. Thank you all for joining us on this special evening to celebrate the shared experience we've had as former students, staff, faculty, and supporters of this tremendous university. I'm honored to be involved with this proud institution and to honor some of my fellow alumni tonight. But first, I would like to recognize some special guests who are in attendance. First, the members of the Davenport leadership team who are helping Davenport move forward and achieve its new vision, 2020, to be renowned as a university of the highest measurable quality, exceeding employer expectations, transforming communities, and preparing students to achieve their career dreams. So please help me recognize Peg Louie, Executive Vice President for Alumni and Development, Scott Epstein, Executive Vice President for Quality and Effectiveness, Walter O'Neill, Executive Vice President for Enrollment and Student Development, my friend Dave Veneclaus, Executive Vice President for Organizational Development, and Linda Rinker, Executive Vice President for Academics. Finally, it's my pleasure and honor, thank you. Thank you. So finally, it's my pleasure and honor to welcome to the stage Dr. Richard Pappas, President of Davenport University.
Well, good evening. We're not giving any awards until we do that again. Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you. Listen, I'm honored to be here to bestow alumni awards to the best and brightest and very successful, and it's a thrilling night for us. This is what our vision was really about. It was about doing things, preparing students for careers, and not only to just meet the minimum, but to be successful in their chosen careers, and that's what it is today. But before we get started, I'd like to acknowledge some people as well. To my left is a man who helped build this very great institution and a great friend, and for 26 years was the head of this institution. Let's give a round of applause to Mr. Don Main. In addition, former chairman of the Board of Trustees, current chairman of the Finance Committee. He's also a trustee on the Foundation Board. He's been a previous recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award. And you're sitting on the campus named the Wilbur Lettinga campus. And this is the Wilbur and Sharon Lettinga Auditorium. He's a very generous man, Mr. Wilbur Lettinga, right back there. In addition, and Vidro and Jim Cheroux join us from the Alumni Board. Let's give them a round of applause. In addition, Lori Baker, who is also a past recipient of the Hy Berkowitz Award. Let's give her a round of applause right there. And the past Outstanding Young Alumni Award recipient you just heard from, Jason Madden. Where's Jason? And if I keep going, I'll introduce each and every one of you. So thank you for joining us this evening. The alumni, an alum, is the representative of what we are so proud of. It is a person who exemplifies what we're trying to do, is really take that person who's already good to the highest levels. And we're excited by that. And for every alumni here, for every award recipient here, I would ask that you talk about your experiences at Davenport to other people in the community, to students, because they need to see what they could aspire to. They need to envision graduation and employment in a great career. But you know, like tomorrow, this is homecoming weekend, we're going to be celebrating some athletic successes, and we've had many, but we've also had many academic successes. We have a business professional association, BPA, that competes internationally, and we've won more awards last year than almost all of the other colleges and universities combined. And we've won the most awards of any institution for the years that we've been doing this. And what's interesting is it's a competitive advantage for those students. The same with our DECA program, Distributive Education Clubs of America. So we're excited about that. Many of you know that this past summer we completed Vision 2015. How many of you know that? I don't see the executive vice presidents even raising their hands. I don't get it. We did complete it. And in that period of time, it's been a transformative time for us. You know, we've increased our graduation rate by 110% in 5 years. We're at the highest levels of retention, the highest levels of student satisfaction. You know, we continue to grow and develop, but we're not satisfied. Our fundraising, we're 75% already of the goal of the $25 million campaign that we set, and we're only in the third year. So while we're excited about all of that, and the other thing I would tell you is that we developed 12 to 14 new degrees during that period of time, all matched with need. First doctorate's coming in a year in physical therapy. I developed a master's of occupational therapy. There's so many of these programs that are all tied to need, and we're excited by that. So what's coming is we're heading for Vision 2020 already. We're in the first year. And what we're hoping to do is accelerate our student outcomes to be competitive with anybody, anywhere, and any time. And very soon, we're going to be building a new academic building, the Donald Main College of Business, with an accelerator, entrepreneurship center right on the top. Accelerator meaning not to how to begin your own small business or business, but you're already in business. How do you accelerate it to the next level? And we're proud to name it after Don Main. So we're excited by that. In Vision 2020, we'll accelerate what we started with the College of Urban Education, a trailblazing approach of how to teach teachers for urban school districts. People want to work in the schools, learning about poverty, data analytics, teaching in a different manner, but still with high quality. We think it'll transform colleges of education. We have a major partnership with the Grand Rapids Public Schools with their superintendent, and we're excited by that. And you'll see more of an acceleration through that as we move. And we're talking about building a campus somewhere in metropolitan Detroit. Really taking a look at that market now with our Board of Trustees. So there's many exciting opportunities, but each time we improve, it improves the brand of your degree, and that's important. Davenport is important in the sense that you are our representative. So I thank you tonight. I'm looking forward to honor all of the honorees, and outside you saw that many of our honorees are already in a plaque, and you will join them. So now I would like to invite Ken and Peg Louie back so we can get to the honoring of these great award winners. Thank you.
Thank you, Rick, and welcome. Our first award tonight is the College of Technology Alumni Award, which honors a graduate of the College of Technology who has shown outstanding professional accomplishments in a related field and who has demonstrated leadership in and dedication to that profession. The recipient is engaged in the vision of the College of Technology at Davenport University and its respective alumni community, while also demonstrating a commitment to public service. I am proud to announce this year's honoree and ask Ken to describe his accomplishments further as we award the College of Technology Alumni Achievement Award to Ron Strown, class of 1984.
Ron completed his undergraduate work in computer science and business administration at Davenport's Dearborn campus, which was Detroit College of Business at the time. He currently serves as the Corporate Chief Information Officer for McLaren Healthcare in Flint. He's been working in information technology for over 30 years, with his primary focus on healthcare IT. In 2007, he served as the chairman of the board for the College of Healthcare Information Management Executives, also known as CHIME, and his long-term member of Healthcare Information Management Systems Society. Ron has been a speaker at numerous industry events and as a guest faculty universities across the country. He has achieved the distinction of CHIME Fellow and is also a CHIME Certified Healthcare CIO. In recognition of his accomplishments and contributions, we are honored to present the 2015 College of Technology Alumni Award to Ron Strown.
Well, first of all, thank you very much. When Jason called me, I thought, good Lord, this guy's got the wrong number. But we had a nice chat, and he convinced me that perhaps I might be somewhat deserving of this, so thank you for the recognition. I appreciate it. And you know what's interesting in my career is I've looked back at all of my professional education and kind of did it the hard way. Started at Henry Ford Community College, and most people would say they graduated from there. I'd like to say I escaped from there, and then transferred to DCB, and was a full-time student, 20 credit hours, and got through and graduated, and really enjoyed it. And then went on to graduate school, but I have to say that the courses I draw from still today, after over 31 years, now I feel a lot older than 10 minutes ago, were the ones I had via DCB in Davenport. Case in point, I took all the business law that I could, and just 3 weeks ago, finished negotiation of a contract for McLaren that's worth about $120 million over the next 10 years. And it's because of, I'll say, the quality of the professors that I had, and in a format that allowed, students like myself that commuted and had to work, I could get through it and get a degree that at the time I knew was going to be good, but had really no idea how good it was going to turn out for me professionally. So with that, I promised it wasn't going to be 50 minutes tonight, so so again, thank you to the university, and congratulations to the fellow recipients, and of course my family. So thank you.
Congratulations, Ron. Our next award is the College of Health Professions Award. And this award honors a graduate of the College of Health Professions who has also shown outstanding accomplishments in a related field and who has demonstrated leadership in and commitment to the profession. This recipient is also engaged in the vision and advancement of the College of Health Professions at Davenport University and its respective alumni community, while also making that wonderful commitment to public service. I am proud to announce this year's honoree for the College of Health Professions Alumni Achievement Award and ask Ken to describe his accomplishments. And that recipient is Patrick Hatch, class of 1984.
So Patrick Hatch earned his degree from Davenport, as Peg just said, in 1984. After obtaining his state of Michigan licensure, he began his 31-year occupation as a paramedic at Life EMS. He has held multiple roles at Life EMS, including a field supervisor, training instructor, as well as an adjunct lab instructor right here at DU. With his commitment to patient care, detail, and overall patient satisfaction, he has become a proven teacher and leader in the field of EMS. Patrick loves acting as a mentor to guide and lead new associates with the belief that presentation creates perception. He has also received numerous awards and honors throughout his career for his heroic acts, including delivering more than 10 babies. Pat is a lifelong resident of Grand Rapids, and when he's not at work, he enjoys playing the guitar, golf, and hockey. He is also a vocalist for the band called Signal Point, and he'll be singing for us here tonight. No, I'm just kidding. So in recognition of his accomplishments and contributions, we are honored to present the 2015 College of Health Professions Alumni Award to Patrick Hatch.
Well, thank you, everybody, for coming. Oops, sound check. It's been an honor to work in the West Michigan area at Life EMS for 31 years, and I'd like to extend my gratitude to Ken Morrison and Mark Meyer, who Mark was the co-founder of Life EMS, and Ken is our vice president of the company. Actually, I'd like to thank them for their continued commitment to the emergency medical services in the West Michigan area. They are very active in providing new technology information to all our medics and EMTs that are kind of coming up through the ranks. The days of the ambulance driver are gone, and we are expanding into a new healthcare role model as we are actually going into home care medicine ourselves. The thing with Davenport that I remember the most, and some of my instructors, and I would like to just mention one, was Ed Scheidel, and he was a great mentor to me because he gave me confidence in being able to take care of somebody that you don't know, and quite frankly, I view that as a huge privilege to take care of any one of you. Put your trust into me because I know that I will do the best that I can do for you. EMS has evolved actually in the last 30 years, and I was just talking with some of our associates before and how the equipment has changed and has actually allowed us to diagnose heart attacks in the field. We have a strong stroke protocol, things that are brought up by the American Heart Association that our company has vigorously engaged in. So West Michigan is very lucky to have the EMS providers that we have here because I think we're actually the top of the notch in the United States. But one of the things that Ed told me was to keep it simple. And if you are frustrated on something as I am now, to go back to your roots. And that's one of the things that Davenport has taught me was the roots of the community right here. The past, the present, to watch it grow in the future, to see it expand and blossom, which is great out here. I can't believe how much this campus has exploded in the last 5 years even. I'd like to thank my family for coming tonight and being supportive over the years. I've had some very trying times. I'd like to thank my extended Life EMS family for coming tonight. And I'd like to thank my significant other, CJ, for being at my side for a few years here. Other than that, I would like to thank the alumni for honoring me tonight and choosing me. Jason. All right, Jason. Oh, there you are. Thank you so much for your kind words, and it was nice meeting you. It was just an awesome pleasure. Other than that, I would like to thank everybody for being here and choosing me for this honor, and I'm deeply honored. Thank you very much.
Congratulations, Patrick. We are very excited to have Davenport University Chancellor Emeritus Don Main with us to help present this next award. The Donald W. Main College of Business Alumni Award honors a graduate of the College of Business who has also shown outstanding professional accomplishments in a related field and who's demonstrated leadership in and commitment to the profession. This recipient is engaged in the vision and advancement of the Donald W. Main College of Business at Davenport University and its respective alumni community, while also exhibiting that all-important commitment to public service. I'm proud to announce this year's honoree for that award and to ask Donald Main to help us present it and for Ken Fortier to describe the accomplishments of Laura Oblinger, class of 2000.
Laura graduated in 2000 with a bachelor's degree in marketing. She currently serves as the Traverse City's Chamber's Executive Director and has the oversight of all program and service work, including public policy and legislative affairs. For 3 consecutive years, Laura was recognized in Traverse City Business News as one of the top 40 under 40 most influential professionals in the area. In 2011 was named one of their 20 most influential women in the area, and in 2013 was honored by Davenport University with the Student Leadership Award for the Traverse City campus. And in 2014, she was recognized by Traverse City Business News as one of the area's most powerful women. Laura will isn't that amazing? It's awesome. Laura will complete her work toward her MBA in Strategic Development at Davenport this December. She is a Traverse City native, along with her husband, Chris, daughter, Grace, and a whole crew that surprised her tonight. In recognition for her accomplishments and contributions, we are honored to present the 2015 Donald W. Main College of Business Alumni Award to Laura Oblinger.
Ron, I don't want you to feel bad, so I'm going to shed a few tears too, okay? Any of you who have been through a rigorous professional process know that it takes players behind the scenes that help support you and inspire you. And my players behind the scenes are here this evening. Chris, my sweet husband, and my amazing daughter, Grace, and my family that surprised me, that drove from Traverse City, and the great team here at Davenport lied, which is so great, and brought me back and surprised me with everyone here. So my critical players behind the scene are my family, and I couldn't do any of my professional career without them. But Davenport is critical in my roster of accomplishments. Davenport University, when I graduated from high school, the typical college journey was not in my cards. My mom was very sick. It was not a time that I was going to leave town. I just was not leaving Traverse City. I have some other Traverse City friends here know how hard it is to leave Traverse City. Our community college in Traverse City opened a university center. This, at the time, college, today university, and many thanks to Chancellor Maine, we brought Davenport University to Traverse City. Without that bold leadership within Davenport University, I can honestly tell you I would have never received my education that I have, and I truly mean that. Now I'm pursuing my MBA, and now with my MBA I have my family, and no, I wasn't going to leave town to go pursue my MBA, but thanks to Davenport University and Chancellor Maine, you now have MBA programs right in my backyard. And I am so grateful because I would have never pursued it again without Davenport's bold decisions to be able to bring these things up into my backyard and to be able to have an education that I probably wouldn't have had otherwise. So I will, as you challenged us, President Peppes, to take this brand and talk about it, I will talk about Davenport University often. I am very proud of it. I wouldn't be who I am professionally without Davenport, and I will inspire many others to go to the university that is a university that requires professional excellence. Thank you to my family, and I'm honored to be here with all the other alum. I am still inspiring, aspiring to try and be like you. So I'm honored to be on the stage with you. And Jason, I also thought you had the wrong number, but I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take it. Thank you very much. This is an honor.
Congratulations, Laura. If you were in the lobby before the ceremony began and you wonder what all that screaming was, you now know that was Laura's family surprising her. Our next award is our Outstanding Young Alumni Award, and it recognizes a young alumnus who has accomplished early achievements in his or her chosen field, has demonstrated innovative and responsible professional leadership, and has successfully engaged in community service. I'm delighted to ask Ken to describe this year's honoree for the Outstanding Young Alumni Award, David Zoko, class of 2011.
Since graduating from Davenport, DU's Donald W. Main College of Business, Dave was promoted to the position of Corporate Account Manager with Consumers Energy in Grand Rapids. And with all this wind, I'm surprised you're sitting here with us today. In this position, Dave builds and manages relationships with the largest, most energy-intensive businesses in the Ionia, Wyoming, and Kentwood areas, and provides support for many unique concerns. Combined, Dave's customers represent $60 million in annual revenues. Outside his corporate job, Dave and his wife, Alex, have a growing entrepreneurial business. Their company buys, sells, and holds numerous investment properties that provide quality, affordable housing for this community. Dave credits his experience working on his senior project at Davenport University to helping them start their investment company. In recognition for accomplishments and contributions, we are honored to present the 2015 Davenport Outstanding Young Alumni Award to David Zoko.
There so it doesn't fall. Well, thank you guys very much. Davenport University, the Alumni Association, you guys put on a first-class event. This is beautiful. Thank you guys for allowing me to be part of it. Before I get into my speech, these lights are kind of bright. I can't really see, but my boss from Consumers Energy is out there somewhere. Nate, he's the guy that's going to be giving me a raise after this, I think, somewhere. I'll talk about it on Monday. Growing up, my parents always worked two jobs, so whether it was raising us kids and working at Jenison Public Schools or working at Steelcase and Oak Interiors. and helping one of us kids on one of our houses. They were also always giving generously of their time. I can't remember a time growing up when my parents weren't volunteering large amounts of time in any number of nonprofits. So for me to be up here accepting this award, it's a little bit surreal because I'm just doing what my parents have always done. So I'm honored, but like I say, I'm just doing what my parents have always done. About 10 years ago, I started my first entrepreneurial venture. I was attending classes at Grand Valley State at the time, actually, and with a ridiculous amount of help from my dad, I built a house out in Allendale and moved all my buddies in. We spent altogether too much time chasing girls and not studying, which may be why I'm not a Grand Valley graduate. But as much trouble as that house got us into, it taught me some valuable lessons about how to make money. I used that money to buy a coffee shop in 2007. Yeah, 2007. So that brings me to my next lesson. Don't buy a coffee shop right before a recession. Terrible idea. But through that whole process, I learned how valuable my career at Consumers Energy was and how valuable education was. So I came to Davenport to finish up my degree. The rest of everything else you can read about what happened in the program. I'm not going to bore you with that. Now, I love working hard and making money. I really do, but we were put on this earth to do more than make money for ourselves. Through all the ups and downs of the past few years, three things have remained constant: my family, my friends, and my faith. My wife and I have been married over 5 years. I can't remember a week that has gone by where we haven't spent a large amount of time with one of our families, if not both of them. I've had the same core group of friends since 7th grade at Jenison Junior High. My best friend then is my best friend now. And my wife Alex and I, we were privileged to grow up in two great church communities, and we're excited to raise our children in a third. With those three things in balance, life is really good. I'm honored and humbled to receive this award, but I don't accept it for myself. I'm accepting this award today on behalf of my beautiful wife Alex, our parents, our friends, our family, our kids, Vincent and Anna. I can't forget them. They're not here right now, so you don't see little kids running around and screaming, but I accept it on behalf of them as well as the faculty at Jenison, at Grand Valley, and most of all at Davenport, and also the great leaders at Consumers Energy. A number of them are here today. So thank you guys very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations, David. The Hy Berkowitz Professional Excellence Award recognizes a graduate of Davenport University for exceptional professional and personal accomplishments. Hy Berkowitz was a highly respected businessman and community advocate. He was a trustee, generous supporter, and friend of Davenport University. He and his wife Greta founded Rogers Department Store here in 1955. The Hy and Greta Berkowitz Memorial Scholarship at Davenport continues to this day to provide much-needed scholarship support and financial aid assistance to deserving students. I'm delighted to ask Ken to describe the accomplishments of this year's honoree, as we are pleased to honor Sam Ajwa, class of 2011, with the Hy Berkowitz Professional Excellence Award.
The owner and founder of Beacon Engineering, Sam Ajwa has 15 years of total practical experience in engineering design and management, operations management, project strategic planning, and financial management. Sam graduated in 1999 with a bachelor's degree of electrical engineering degree, and in 2011 with his executive MBA degree with honors from Davenport University. He is also a certified project management professional. Prior to establishing Beacon Engineering, Sam was an engineering department manager for an engineering services provider. He worked on a variety of manufacturing projects while leading a large group of engineers. He assumed business development responsibilities and worked on establishing new and growing existing accounts. In recognition for all his accomplishments, we are honored to present the 2015 Hy Berkowitz Professional Excellence Award to Sam Ajwa.
I'm truly honored and humbled. Thank you. Appreciate it. There are a lot of people in this room that I want to thank. Professors, DU staff, friends, all influenced me in some way or another to become the person I am today. My experience at Davenport was very enriching and forever memorable. I made a lot of family and everlasting friends that are a part of my daily life now. There are two people with us in this room that I want to recognize. My mom, who raised me until she kicked me out of her house at the age of 22 and told me, get out of here. Go to America. Make something out of yourself and don't look back. We would be fine. And my better half, my wife, Jenny. I love you. Who I also met here at Davenport. The person that works every day to make me better. I love you both. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Don't forget that. That's yours.
Congratulations, Sam. I asked him before the ceremony started if there were favorite faculty, and I see a couple of those folks sitting right over here from the Donald W. Main College of Business. Our last award for the evening is the prestigious Distinguished Alumni Award, which was first presented by Davenport in 1974. And since that time, a select group of outstanding individuals has been presented with this honor. The award was established to recognize exceptional graduates who represent the university's mission and ideals. This award is presented each year to a Davenport University graduate who has made notable achievements in his or her chosen field, given exemplary service as a graduate of Davenport University, and who is a distinguished person in public life, business, and service to others. I am proud to announce this year's Distinguished Alumni Award and ask Ken to describe his accomplishments for Mr. Mark Boogie, class of 2000.
Mark Boogie graduated with an MBA from Davenport University and began his career in 1992 at Amway, working in a variety of finance positions until the family office was established in 2000. Mark serves as the Chief Financial Officer and leads VA Enterprises, LLC, also known as VAE, the office representing the Van Ando family. His primary responsibilities include oversight of internal and external staff, finance, risk management, human resources, portfolio investments, and acting liaison with Amway. In addition to the responsibilities at VAE, Mark serves as a board member and audit committee chairman for Macatawa Bank, and board member and chairman of the investment committee for Knighthead Annuity and Life Assurance Company. For his outstanding accomplishments and service, it gives me great pleasure to acknowledge the 2015 Davenport University Distinguished Alumni Award to Mark Boogie.
I don't get to do this very often. Actually, I think this is my first speech ever, so bear with me. I do have notes. It was funny. On the way in, I took a call from Dave Van Andel. I think the last thing he said to me after he made sure that I was taking care of something for him was, oh yeah, and by the way, have some fun. So we'll get into that in a minute. But thank you to the Board of Trustees, the Alumni Association, and all of Davenport. I looked up the word distinguished because I thought that that was important to understand. Didn't know the definition. Comes with 3 bullet points: successful, authoritative, and commanding great respect. I don't think so. We'll work on that later too. So it leads into basically, what do we do at VAE? What do I do at VAE? I have a number of my staff here that I'm very grateful to see. If you know the family, if you know some of the principals that are here in town, especially Dave and Carol Van Andel, the first thing that I learned from Mr. Van Andel is you never say no. There's always a way. There's always an option. And it's for us as employees, for them to provide that option. Another thing is if you see me in a room, it's usually not a good sign, unfortunately. I have a tendency to be brought in to fix problems. And sometimes that works, sometimes that doesn't work. But those that do, I'm very proud to be a part of. Macatawa Bank is being one of them, that was mentioned earlier. Taking an institution that was on the brink of collapse, was part of a board that was well established, and we made some changes, recognized that things were not done right. And for what was best in this community, which a great number of our shareholders are, we've turned that bank around. If you're not a Macatawa customer, you should be. And the final thing, what do I do, without getting into details, because this is broad pictures, remain below radar. So even being here tonight, I'm ignoring that rule. So much so that Tim Long, one of our key partners many months back, said to me in a meeting, said, hey, I'd like to nominate you for this award. And I looked at him and I said, no, can't do that. Please don't. And he said, well, why not? I said, well, that's just not who we are. This is about the Van Andel family. It's not about any person that's in VAE. So I thought I had died until I got a call from Jason a few months back, and he said that I had been put forth and already been nominated and accepted by the Alumni Board. Didn't know what to do. So the first person or persons I spoke to were Dave and Carol Van Andel. And I said to Dave and Carol separately, I said that I wasn't comfortable with this. I did not want to do that. I did not want to be above radar unless that was something that they thought wasn't the right thing to do. And they both said the same thing in separate meetings. They laughed first. But second of all, they said, this isn't just about you, Mark. It's about VAE, and it's about a representation of our family, and that we hire good people. And with that, you must take and accept this award. So with that, I thank them as part of this for showing that support. So as we went further along, and I wanted to compare Davenport's values for the values that we've created at VAE. Davenport has 5. Service with quality, trustworthiness, accountability, innovation, and respect for people. At VAE, over the years, we've developed 3 that we carry out each and every single day: integrity, dedication, and service. Bottom line, if we do those things on a day in and day out basis, we have done what our job is, which is to never give them a reason not to want you. In this world, in their lives, they have every reason and every opportunity to choose anyone to work for them. And we are all, each and individually, proud to represent them in any sort of way. I'm very proud, as I said, to work for the Van Andel family, and I've had an opportunity for roughly 6 years to get to know Mr. Van Andel before he passed away. He was truly incredible. The hair on the back of my neck would raise up every time I got to meet him. The night before, there was a meeting set with him. I wouldn't sleep. I even had one day where my wife crashed into a snowbank and blocked my way out of the driveway, and I thought I was going to be late for a meeting with him. But we pushed our way out. And I told him that story, and with an individual with Parkinson's, you don't expect too much, but he did laugh, and that was great, just to put a smile on his face. I'm proud to have had the opportunity to help shape VAE into what it is today and what it will eventually be tomorrow, well beyond my time and the time of my staff. And I'm also proud to have had the opportunity to work through not only the good, but also the bad, for which we've also turned many opportunities that were bad into good. So in closing, on behalf of everyone up here, thank you, especially to my team at VAE. Without them, without their support, I would not be up here in any sort of way. I would be in a different point in my life. My family, my daughter Alea, my two sons, Bryce and Chase, and my wife, Jennifer, who's now will be with me for anniversary, 17 years coming up in a couple of weeks. They know what it's like to not have their dad there on vacations, birthdays, holidays, to be pulled off of dinners and whatnot. And without the support of my wife, who has learned that over the 17 years, who I love very much, none of this would have happened. Our family wouldn't be who we are, and I clearly wouldn't be the person that I am today, so thank you. And above all, the Van Andel family, Nan, Barb and Rick, Steve and Amy, and especially Dave and Carol. Without them, there's no way that I'd have this career or even my family, because they've contributed to each and every single piece of that. That family means more to me than anything in this world. And they're the ones who have brought that to me. Without this, without their support, without what they do for West Michigan and the rest of this community, and how they touch lives, we would all be immeasurably different. And I can't believe as fulfilling as what we are. So thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, Rick.
Tonight, Mark joins an elite group of individuals recognized on our Distinguished Alumni Honor Roll, which is located in the lobby of this building and was donated by Keith and Kathy Klingenberg. Keith is a 1971 graduate of Davenport and the president of our Alumni Association. The names of all of Davenport's past Distinguished Alumni Award recipients are formally and permanently displayed on that honor wall in recognition of their many achievements and contributions. On behalf of all of us at Davenport University, especially those in the Alumni and Development Office, we want to thank you all for being with us this evening to honor these outstanding alumni. And we especially want to thank you for the role that you play in making this the vital organization that it is today. And now, if you would allow me, we're going to dismiss in just a few minutes for a lovely strolling dinner in the 3 meeting rooms outside behind us that's served by our creative dining service. If I may offer an invocation before we dismiss. Dear God, we are so thankful for this group gathered here together this evening. We are especially grateful for our Distinguished Alumni Award recipients, for all of those who've been honored this evening, because they embody what Davenport teaches, as embraced in the saying of our namesake, M.E. Davenport, when he said, "Make a living, make a life, make a contribution." We are also thankful for their families. It is clear from the way that they have expressed themselves this evening that those family and friends have been a vital, important part of their journey for an education and a degree, their journey to make a difference with the employers for whom they work, and their journey to make a difference in the communities where they serve. They truly understand what it means to get where the world is going. We're thankful for the faculty and staff mentors who have been a part of this journey. And we now ask that you would bless this food which we are about to receive, and us always to your service. In your name, amen. Please enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you again.